Welcome to today's lesson on traditional multiplication. Today we continue to practice and learn how to multiply big numbers together. Our learning target: I can use the traditional method to multiply 4-digit numbers by 2-digit numbers. So we're increasing that top number from 3 digits in the last lesson to 4 digits today. Before we get started, do you have your pencil and paper? You should. You're going to need them today. Those questions that I ask are going to require you to use paper and pencil. You won't be able to do them in your head. So let's get ready. Let's get started. All right. Here's our first problem. 7,206 by times 41. All right. What's our first step? You got it. It's the same first step every time, isn't it? We're going to make a ballpark estimate. So 7,206, we'll round to 7,000. And 41 will round to 40. You got it. So 7,000 times 40, 7 times 4, that's 28. And there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. We'll count from the right of the ones place. 1, 2, 3, comma. That's where our comma goes. Our product should be in the neighborhood, the ballpark of 280,000 when we're done multiplying. So let's get started with the multiplying. All right. If you recall, our first series of multiplication steps is to start in the ones place of the bottom number and multiply it by each digit in the top number, starting with the ones place, moving to the tens place, then the hundreds, then the thousands. Let's do it. 6 times 1 is 6. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 2 is 2. And 1 times 7 is 7. So our first answer line is 7,206, which would make sense because that's what 7,206 times 1 is 7,206. All right, before we get started on the next answer line, what do we have to do first? Were you thinking about adding a 0 here in the ones place? We have to do that. This 4 is in the tens place, which means its value is 40, 10 times bigger than 4. So everything in this answer line has to be 10 times bigger than if we were multiplying by 4, right? So the way we do that is by putting a 0 in the ones place, which will shift all the other numbers one place to the left, which in our place value system means you get 10 times bigger. Okay, so we are going to now multiply the next 4 multiplication steps, right? We're going to do 4 times 6 and 4 times 0 and 4 times 2 and 4 times 7. In the same order, starting with the ones place in the top number and going over one place value each time. So let's do it. We have 4 times 6 first. Do you know what that is? It is 24. So let's write the 4 down in our answer line. Let's carry the 2 over the next digit that we're going to multiply by. That's the 0. So now we'll do 4 times 0. It is 4, but don't forget to add the 2. Got to add the 2. So 0 plus 2, well, that's 2. Back to multiplying. 4 times 2. You got it. That's 8. And finally, our final multiplication step, 4 times 7. What is 4 times 7? Well, if you forgot, you can come down here to the multiplication chart, go down to 4, over to 7, and where those two factors meet, that's your product. That's your 28. So let's write 28 out entirely because that was our final multiplication step. And now we have both our answer lines. What do we have to do to find the final product? Yeah, we got to add them up. So 7,206 plus 288,240. Let's add them up. 6 plus 0 is 6. 0 plus 4 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. 7 plus 8. 15. Let's carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. And 2 plus nothing is 2. Let's start here at the right of the ones place. Count 1, 2, 3 place values. That's where our comma goes. And our final product reads 295,446. Is 295,446 in the same ballpark as 280,000? Sure it is. Yeah. So we can be confident that we're probably correct. At least we're very close to correct, but I think we are correct. All right, one more problem. And this one you're really going to do a lot of work with. Okay, you're going to help me big time here. I'm going to try to back away and have you guys do something. So you'll need your pencil and your paper today. Boop, boop, boop. All right, let's get started. First step, what is it? That's right. You've got to make a ballpark estimate. So do that. Make your ballpark estimate. Use paper and pencil if you have to. Meet me back here on the other side, and we'll compare our answers. Welcome back. Let's start with 7,183. Did you round that to 7,000? And 38? Did you round that to 40? Wait, this is the same number sentence that we estimated with in the last problem. Yeah. So 7,000 times 40, we already know is 280,000. Right? It was 7 times 4 is 28 with 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros behind it. So this problem will also have a product that's, in the neighborhood of 200, in the ballpark of 280,000. All right. First multiplication steps. There's 4 of them put together, right? So we have, starting with a ones place in the bottom number, we're going to multiply that number 8 times the ones place in the top number, and then the tens place, and then the hundreds place, and then the thousands place in order. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Go ahead and do that math on pencil and paper, and then get ready to compare your first answer line with my first answer line on the other side. Okay, welcome back. You ready to compare? Let's see how you did. Let's see, 3 times 8, that's 24. So I'm write the 4 here, carry the 2. Then we have 8 times 8. Well, I don't know. I'm going to come down here, my multiplication chart here. Oh, let me go get rid of that. Right here, multiplication chart. Yeah. So 8 times 8, let's see, 8 and 8, they're both in light purple. So where they meet in the corners, 64, plus the 2, 64, 65, 66. So let's write 66. We'll carry the 6. And now we have to do 8 times 1 plus the 6. That is 14. Carry the 1. And then we got to do 8 times 7 plus the 1. Let's see. Back to the multiplication chart. 8 and 7, where they meet, is at 56. Plus 1 is 57. 57,464. Is that what you have for the first answer line? Okay, good. All right, so what do we have to do next before we start multiplying in our second answer line? Yep, you got it. Add a 0. All right, let's get to it. Just like in the first answer line, I want you now to come up with the entire second answer line using your pencil and paper. This is not mental math, okay? And then I'll meet you back on the other side, and we will compare second answer lines and see if we have the same one. Okay, welcome back. Let's figure out what the second answer line is, okay? First, we have 3 times 3. That is 9. And then, I just noticed something. I haven't crossed out any of the numbers that I've carried. And I want to do that because there is no way I want to confuse these numbers to other numbers I might have to carry. I only want to add them into my answer one time each. If I do it more than once, then everything's off. All right, so back to the multiplying. 3 times 8. Let's see, that's 24. So I'll put the 4 here and put the 2 above the next number I'm going to multiply, which is the 1. So I have 3 times 1 now, plus the 2. That's 3, 4, 5. That's 5. And then finally, I have 3 times 7, and that is 21. So did you come up with a second answer line of 215,490? I hope so. All right, we have 2 answer lines now. What's our final step? You got it. We have to add these 2 answer lines together. So go ahead and do that. And again, we'll meet back on the other side and we'll compare products. Go. Okay, let's do it. Let's add up these 2 answer lines. 4 plus 0 is 4. 6 plus 9 is 15. We'll carry the 1. 1 plus 4 plus 4. That's, let's see, 1 plus 4, 5, 9. 7 plus 5 is 12. Carry the 1. 1 plus 5 plus 1 is 7. And 2 plus nothing is 2. I'm going to start to the right of the ones place and count 1, 2, 3 place values, and that's where my comma will go. And so my final product is 272,954. 272,954. Is that in the same ballpark as 280,000? Certainly is. I think we got this one correct too. Way to go. Good work, everybody. So in today's lesson, we learned to use the traditional method to multiply 4-digit numbers by 2-digit numbers. It's time to get practicing.